What are PM10 and PM2.5? The microscopic particles that we find in the air are not all the same. In fact, they come in a range of sizes. Larger particles mainly come from natural sources, dusts and sprays, like the dust that gets thrown up by a truck driving down an unsealed road, or the tiny flecks of salt left in the air when surf breaks on the ocean. Smaller particles come from burning fuels, like the smoke created when we burn wood or coal, or the fumes from a car or truck exhaust. But how small is small? We use centimeters to measure something small, and millimeters to measure something very small. But the particles in the air are smaller, so instead we use micrometers, also known as microns. A micron is written with a letter from the Greek alphabet mu and an M. There are 1,000 microns in 1 millimeter. So, for the example, the end of the sharpened pencil is about 1 millimeter, or 1,000 microns across. A human hair is much thinner, at about 60 microns across. But the particles in the air are even smaller still. The ones we breathe into our lungs are 10 microns across or smaller. When we measure all of the particles smaller than 10 microns, we call the measurement PM10. That includes the natural dusts, the sprays, the smoke and the fumes. However, sometimes we only measure the smaller particles, the smoke and the fumes. These are all smaller than 2.5 microns, so we call the measurement PM2.5. At an air quality monitoring station, air is sampled through a sampling head that looks like a hat. It makes sure that only PM10 or PM2.5 particles enter the monitoring instruments. You'll find out more about PM10 and PM2.5 and the school's air website, how much there is in your town, in your classroom, around the world, and what happens when we breathe them in.